the word fragrances, people can put that, businesses can put that on the ingredients, and they don't have to list what's in it because it's considered proprietary information.
A different kind of perfume. It's Hunt for Wellness, episode 65. Welcome to Hunt for Wellness. I am John Hunt.
And I'm Christy Hunt.
And this is the show where we help you live your best life, mind, body, and spirit. And this episode of Hunt for Wellness is brought to you by waterdistillers.com. Great machines that produce great water for your great wellness. Check it out at waterdistillers.com. A different kind of perfume. It's something that's kind of smelly about that. Trying to use that. That kind of sounds bad, but actually, a lot of perfume is bad. I don't, and these days it seems like in the workplace or certain, you go to organizations and like people cannot wear a fragrance because someone's allergic to this and someone's allergic to that. And, it almost seems like perfume is kind of old school.
It does.
Because I can remember back in the day, everybody had, like, guys would wear cologne.
Right.
It's basically the same thing, isn't it? Just a different fragrance.
Yes.
And women wore perfume, and I can still remember getting some on our honeymoon.
Yes.
Oh, those many years ago. And where was that? Was that in like?
It was on the ship.
Oh, was it actually on the cruise ship? Okay,
I
thought it was like in Barbados or something like that, one of those places we stopped.
No, it was actually on the ship. And
I think that lasted forever because...
Well, I didn't use it that much, and I was a nurse. I couldn't use it at work. Yeah. So this is intriguing.
Last
a really long time.
A different kind of perfume. I wonder if it has anything to do with essential oils. What do you think? Or natural? Because, people are concerned about the chemicals, right?
Exactly. And the word fragrances, people can put that, businesses can put that on the ingredients, and they don't have to list what's in it because it's considered proprietary information.
And even if they did list it, you wouldn't be able to pronounce it anyway.
Right, because it's usually chemicals. It's often synthetic chemicals, petroleum-based chemicals that are harmful to your health.
Yeah.
There are volatile organic compounds in them that readily evaporate from the scented product into the air or direct skin contact, and it's harmful. Yeah. And that's why people ban it from the workplace and church and and hospitals, because people were getting sick from it.
Well, how about like going down the grocery store aisle with all the laundry detergent? That's just as bad.
It's worse because it's all concentrated down that aisle. It never used to bother me. I never even noticed it until I kind of got my system cleaner. And I can't stand that aisle. I completely avoid that aisle. I don't need it anymore.
Some people are kind of hooked on that smell, though. They want that smell.
Well, it's probably people have been trained that the smell means it's clean, like of clothing. But that is not true. Right. That is just a chemical fragrance that a person is smelling. Obviously, when it smells bad, that is...
Yeah, the gym clothes, you definitely want to add something there.
To get rid of that smell. As
I understand.
But washing them, and there are things like purification essential oil that does help get rid of stinky smells.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we do that.
In clothes, in the air.
Time. Yep.
Yeah. So that is really good. But exposure to these chemicals can cause eye, nose, and throat irritation. It can cause people to feel icky, forgetful, loss of coordination. There can be neurotoxic symptoms from some of these things.
But people still want to smell good, don't they?
Yeah, of course they do.
Okay.
Of course they do. So just be careful of those fragrances. And even if it says, let's see, there's a difference between fragrance-free and what was the other word?
How in the world can a perfume be fragrance-free?
Okay, if you look, if the product says labeled with natural fragrance, there's no standard for what those words mean. So
everything's natural.
Skip that. Skip
right?
that.
Yeah.
And then if you see fragrance-free or unscented, you should also check the ingredients list, because sometimes manufacturers are masking fragrance to cover up the chemical smell of their products.
Wait a minute, this makes no sense to me, because how can a perfume be fragrance-free?
That's not I'm talking about other products. Now,
okay, that have a scent or fragrance.
Yeah,
I was going, why would someone buy,
laundry soap or candles? Well, candles typically aren't fragrance-free because they want to smell a certain way.
Yeah,
but there are other things, dish soap or things like that they're saying they're fragrance free or unscented. So unscented doesn't necessarily mean no fragrance.
Okay.
They can have a masking fragrance, masking chemicals. So you want fragrance free. But just be sure to check the ingredients. That is the most important thing.
Bottom line.
Yes.
Okay. So are we going to talk about, if you really want to wear a fragrance that's natural and not a fragrance?
Yes.
But how would we approach that?
Okay. So some people really feel like a perfume or a cologne is a confidence booster.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah. That just makes them feel better. And when they're not wearing that, they don't feel as good. And so you can still smell good and smell beautiful and be attractive by the smell. In fact, a lot of people tell me I smell really good. Yeah. Do they say that to you?
Not in the gym. They're moving away from me. But they... yeah. Well, you know what people do like? They smell my hair, the scent coming from that, which is from the Shutran 3-in-1 body wash shampoo. It's body wash shampoo, and they like that scent.
Yeah, and that's an essential oil. Yeah. Essential oils are in there.
Product. We'll link all these products on the show page.
Yeah.
Episode 64.
No, 65.
Oh my gosh, episode 65.
Don't mess it up.
I won't mess it up, I promise. Episode 65.
But the important thing, and I know we've talked about this before, but I just want to reiterate it, all essential oils are not the same.
No.
And they're not created the same. And some of them actually have chemicals in them.
Well, aren't some of the essential oils, I think we've talked about this before, essentially like perfume?
They can be, yes. They're
actually chemicals.
And they can be synthetically made.
Yeah.
And so Young Living, we know Young Livings are very pure and clean. They have their seed to seal promise, which means they choose the right seed. They organically cultivate it. They distill it at the right temperature for that particular plant, and then they test it. Young Living tests it, and there's a third-party lab that also tests it. If they fail any of the tests, it is not sold. But if it passes, then it is sealed and sold to us. But if it has any chemicals in it, by chance heavy metals or something that came in through the growing process, it is discarded. They do not use solvents when they extract oil. Like many essential oils, they use solvents because you get more essential oil out of it. But then
you get the extras.
You're getting a solvent too, which is a bad chemical.
Right.
So you need to be careful about what essential oil you use, and you can trust Young Living. So we trust Young Living.
That's all we're going to talk about is Young Living.
Yeah, because it's clean.
Yeah.
Listen, I've tried the other kinds, and I've experienced their low quality.
Yeah.
They don't do what they say they're supposed to do, and they have a twangy smell.
Yeah,
not all of them.
I know, they have that smell that's just like, this ain't natural.
This is a little off.
This is a little weird. Yeah.
You can't always tell by the scent. But they're definitely, when you can tell it's off, like it's like a little too sweet, a little twangy. So, but you can make your own perfumes or colognes. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I mean, you can...
How would you do that? Come to one of the classes, right? You occasionally have a class in person.
Yes.
But, one of those make and take kinds of things. But there are some ways to do it, right? Actually, aren't there just some essential oils that you just put on? I mean, I put on the Idaho, either the Idaho Grand Fir or the Blue Spruce. I love both of them. Or Northern Lights Black Spruce. So I like the tree oils. I just put them on straight, and that's my cologne.
It smells so good.
Oh, I love it every day.
Yeah,
every day.
Yes. So, but you can make a blend yourself. You can create your own blend. Yes, Young Living has tons of wonderful blends, but you can choose and create your own, which is really fun.
Okay, let me ask you this this is kind of a side question to this, but the designer brands, I don't even know what they are, but can people recognize the designer brand by the fragrance? Sometimes,
if you know it,
like Chanel or whatever.
Yes, I don't know those anymore.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I used to know. But
what I'm wondering is, someone come and tried to mimic that with an essential oil blend that's kind of close in the smell.
I would think so.
I would think so too. We haven't, but
it's going to be a trial and error.
Trial and error. Try what you like. I mean, that's the main thing is, do you like it?
Exactly. Yes. So you need a base for it, and it can be an oil base if you make it on a roll-on. If you can make a spray with distilled water, and distilled water means it has nothing in it besides the water. It's been really purified. That's the same kind of water that they use in IVs in the hospital. Everything has been removed, so there's no toxins. Nothing to react to. The other thing you can use is a vodka or a witch hazel, which helps distribute the essential oil evenly throughout the bottle.
Wouldn't you want to use organic vodka, though?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
you don't want any chemicals in there. So you want to, that's going to be 80% of the item.
Yeah, because the essential oils are pretty concentrated.
They're strong,
So you don't need don't do it like but again, like those tree oils, you can put right on, but you only use 1 or 2 drops.
Exactly. You don't use very much at all. And so then you want to blend, then they call it by notes, like musical notes. And so they have top notes, middle notes, and base notes. So the top note is what your nose smells first. It's the first impression. Usually a citrus or an herb is usually what that is.
Okay.
Citrus, like orange, tangerine, lemon, things like that. An herb would be cilantro.
Mint, I suppose. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Okay. So that's the top note. The middle note is detected about 10 to 45 minutes after applying, and this can last several hours on the skin. It's considered the heart note, the middle note or heart note, and it's noticed after the top note is gone. And it's typically warm and well-rounded. And then the base note lasts far beyond the other notes, and it's a scent that appears once the others have evaporated. So it leaves a lasting impression. And so, to summarize, the top note is the introductory scent that catches your attention. And the middle note is the core of the aroma, and that gives the body to your fragrance. And the base note is what blends all three together, creating a smell that lasts for hours without fading.
Nice. Wow, I did not know it was that musical.
Yeah.
It's a trio.
Well, they do have their own frequency. Each oil does, like music.
Okay.
So we have a table that we can link in there.
Yeah, we'll put that in the show notes.
Because like the top notes, I'm just going to list some of them for you. Bergamot, lemon, peppermint, lime, orange, and grapefruit. And then middle to top, so a little bit under the top, but not quite middle, is juniper, cinnamon bark, lemongrass, pine, tangerine, and lavender. It'd
be like an alto versus a tenor.
Yeah. Then you got the middle. What are you going to call the middle?
Well, I'd call that the tenor.
Okay. The tenor is Valor, That's already a blend. Neroli, oh my gosh, love that. Clary sage, stress away, Ylang Ylang, and geranium. I think I really lean towards the middle notes. And then you got the middle to base is cedarwood, cypress, black pepper, rose, clove, and jasmine. Jasmine's incredible. And then base notes are frankincense, patchouli, sacred sandalwood, vetiver, myrrh, and Davana.
You got a whole orchestra of oils there.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Yes. So,
are you going to talk about how these all kind of go together, or how you mix them, or is that?
Well, so just a second. I want to just mention that you want to have a little safety when you're using the oils, and it's great to use a carrier oil. Like we're going to use a carrier oil.
Yeah.
But some of the citrus oils can make you photosensitive, meaning more sensitive to light, and can cause like sunburn if you're out in the light in the sun for a while. So if your blend has one of the citrus oils in it, you want to put it where the sun doesn't shine. So like, on the inside of your wrists.
Yeah.
Not on your neck, that if it's exposed to the sun.
Right.
Like especially we're recording this in the summer.
Yes.
So, you don't really want it where you're on your neck, where the sun hits it. But if it's the winter and you got a scarf on, it doesn't really matter. You're not going to put it on your face anyways. Okay,
well, be careful.
Okay, yes, be careful.
Right.
So, so you can, we have some blends already.
There's a lot of blends there. Should we make this into a handout and put it on the show notes too?
Yes, we can.
This is, I think if you start rattling through all this, it's going to be crazy. There's all kind 40 drops of this and 20 drops of this and 12,
Yes.
I think it's going to be best to just say, if you would like the blend recipes for the perfume blends, all natural, of course, just go over to hunt4wellness.com, episode 65 in the show notes, and we'll have that download right there for you, and it'll tell you what oils to get and what the proportion is. Because I think, you need to not have too much of one, and these have all been, other people have experimented with these, and, try your own too, maybe.
Exactly.
Maybe
that's
there's something that's close to what you like. Maybe you want to just vary it a little bit.
Yes.
You never know.
So I'm going to just list some of the names.
Okay.
Kiss in the Dark.
Ooh.
Has cedarwood, vetiver, patchouli, and black pepper.
And
then there's Citrus Sunrise, which has lemon, citrus fresh, and peace and calming. And there's Bohemian Wildflower.
Wow.
With patchouli, bergamot, myrrh, and joy. And you can make these, we've got them as a roller, a spritz, or a body spray.
Black pepper doesn't seem to me like something that would be used for a perfume, but you got to.
It's one of those base notes.
It is. It's the base, and probably
it
really
adds something to it, just like the bass drum or the bass instrument.
Yes.
Them alone, it doesn't really make a good song.
It's all about the bass, right? Yeah.
But the bass adds so much.
Yeah. Oh, you can't not have bass, otherwise it's all very thin. Probably, and like you said, those bass notes also help it stay for a while.
Right, and just like when you just hear women singing, or just men singing. I mean, it is beautiful just to hear women or just to hear men, but it is so beautiful when they blend together.
Yes,
it's much more full. I love it when, like at church, we'll sing a song where just the women sing one part and then just the men, and then they sing together. And it's gorgeous.
It is cool.
So that is like a perfume.
Wow.
Or cologne. There's some colognes, one called Wildwood.
That one looks good, actually. I should get that one because it's got
blue spruce,
one of my favorites, Sandalwood, and Cyprus.
Yes.
Oh, baby.
Yeah. And there's Freshman Roller with vetiver, lemon, and fennel.
Wow.
Remember when you put the fennel in my Ningxia shot instead of lemon?
Because I couldn't read the label because I didn't have my glasses on.
It was both
and
yellow.
It was in the morning. Yeah, and they both were yellow.
I was wondering, what is
Did you like that or not? Or
it was interesting. It wasn't bad. I mean, I love fennel. But I was expecting lemon. So it's a little surprise.
Do not try this at home.
Well, you can.
Yeah, that's the whole point of all this.
Yeah, actually do try it at home.
Yeah. Also, so if you have any questions, feel free to connect with us over at Hunt4Wellness.com. There's the blue connect button. We can schedule a 15-minute connect call, point you in the right direction. Maybe there's some questions you have about this or other wellness issues. We would love to chat with you. On the show notes, episode 65, you'll get the download for the different blends. We have the, what the different notes are, and that's a nice thing. So check that out. Any final thoughts you have before we take off here?
Well, instead of using traditional perfumes and colognes, use essential oils. Yeah. Use Young Living essential oils because they are not toxic.
Yes.
And they smell amazing.
And they won't bug other people. They'll attract other people.
Actually, they will, yeah.
Because they'll say, you smell so good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this episode of Hunt for Wellness is brought to you by waterdistillers.com. Great machines that produce great water for great wellness. And also, it's distilled water. You could use that distilled water to make your own little roller balls.
That's right. Well, the spray.
The spray. Yeah, the eye spray. So check it all out at waterdistillers.com. And then this was such a great episode. Smells so good in here. So make sure you come back for our next episode of Hunt for Wellness.